ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, the first day of January. The year is 2020. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, it's up to you to save the world. I am Save the World Warrior #1, General of the Save the World Army, Smokin' Joe McHale, and I would like to welcome you to day 1207 of Operation Save the World. We are live from beautiful Sydney, Australia, and this is the Save the World live daily news, smashing through the lies of the Illuminati, smashing through the lies of the New World Order, and smashing through the lies of the government, who are escalating their attacks against humanity every single day. But even though they are escalating their attacks against us, my brothers and sisters, don't you dare be sour. Join the Save the World Army and feel the power. Yes, yes, yes. I have the power. You have the power. We have the power. Humanity has the power. And we have to use that power. The power of love to beat the Illuminati, break the New World Order, bring down the world government, and save the world from evil. Because we know that the only way for us to bring down the government that is enslaving us is for us to bring down the entire system. My brothers and sisters, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful January morning. Welcome to 2020. Happy New Year. We have clear 2020 vision, and that vision is freedom for humanity. We will not rest until we set humanity free. Vigilante Vixen, Save the World Sergeant 817, leading outlaw squad out of North Richland Hills, Texas, USA. Great to see you. B-Man, Save the World Warrior 1302 from Gormandale, Victoria, Australia. Great to see you, brother. He says, g'day, g'day. La Guerrera 1990, Save the World Warrior 1123 from Palmer, Ohio, USA. Much love to you. Villain Girl 76, tremendous to see you. Save the World Warrior 1191 from Wikiwashi, Florida, USA. Helen said, I'm still in 2019. It's 2011 here in the UK. Much love to you. Much love to local trucker, Save the World Warrior 1105 from Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Steve Green says, game on. Awesome 2020 to all. Welcome, Holly. Kelly said it's 2019 here in South Carolina. And it's great to see Queen Bee, Save the World Warrior 330, also from Gormandale, Victoria, Australia. Retro Rocker, Save the World Warrior 815 from Rochester, New York, USA. Tremendous to see you, brother. He said 815 here. Happy New Year, General. Another year, another good fight against tyranny. It most definitely is. What's up with these comments? Why can't I scroll up this screen? Here we go. And Villain Girl 76 said, "G'day General and Warriors, peace, love, and good vibes to all. 2020 is our year, my loves. We're coming harder, stronger, and we will never give up until humanity is free. Most definitely, it is our year. We have been preparing, we have been loving, we have been fighting, and we continue the fight as we go into the new decade, and we will defeat these disgusting, depraved, diabolical, decrepit, despicable demons. You had better believe we are bringing them down." Sleepy McCush, Save the World Sergeant 296, leading Zulu squad out of Ocala, Florida, USA. He says, "What up? Same thing we do every day, bro. Same thing we did last year. Same thing we did last decade. We're here saving the world." Queen Bee said, "Happy New Year, General and Warriors." Local Trucker said, "Happy New Year, General." Local Trucker 1105 here, still in 2019 here for another 8 hours plus. He said, "Happy New Year to all in the Save the World Army." And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 1099. Tribal Doctors Unite from Anchorage, Alaska, USA. He said, "Happy New Year." Frank Hankins said, "Happy New Year, General. Hope you have a good one. Cheers, brother." Sleepy said, "I made a good post a little bit ago on my other account. Send me a link, brother." Taya, welcome. Elizabeth said, "Hey everyone, happy new 2020. Taya said, "A couple days ago, there were reports that said 30,000 tourists and 44,000 residents of Victoria were trapped after they ignored the evacuation requests. Do you know if there's any truth to this? I mean, 74,000 people trapped with fire burning around them should be center news." Yeah, that's the first article I'm going to discuss here today, although you can't really trust anything that comes out of the mainstream media, but there are insane pictures and video footage coming out of this state, New South Wales, where people are seeking refuge on a beach. The sky is just completely red, like it is the end of the world, and they're having to shelter in the water in some cases. Absolutely insane. These fires are being fueled by the aluminium, barium, and strontium that they have been spraying on us for decades through these chemtrails. For how many years, for how many decades have we been trying to tell everybody who would listen that the government is murdering us, spraying us with all these poisons on a daily basis? And now, all those chemicals are fueling these ferocious fires across the country. Here are the headlines for today. Thousands of Australians flee to beaches as wildfires rage. 500 million animals lost in Australian bushfires in 2019. Victoria calls for the Australian Defence Force to help with 4 people missing in state's fires. Adelaide's 9 p.m. fireworks spark blaze on riverbank. And they are burning the people out of the bush to stack them in smart cities like so many sardines. This is why it's happening. High-speed rail. 5 new Australian cities planned along routes. Elizabeth there said another 3 hours and 42 minutes till 2020. Holly said, "Thank you all. EXO, much love. Lots going on. There is so much going on, and it's only going to get worse." Villain Girl 76 said, "Apocalyptic photos broke my heart to see, and I know I'm focusing on the fires here locally in Australia today. There is so much going on with the deadly vaccines everywhere, straight up killing the people. Mandatory vaccines in Samoa. The continue to escalate all over the world. They are funding, arming, training terrorists. They are poisoning every part of our world. but I will focus on what's going on locally here today. Much love to all of the warriors, wherever you are worldwide. We are facing such enormous levels of evil, but we will continue to fight, and we will be victorious. Thank you all for sharing the video wherever possible. More people are waking up to the fact that the government is pushing Agenda 21 and that they are purposefully killing the people with these fires and through a myriad of other methods. Welcome to Miranda Johnson. Welcome to you all, wherever you are from all over the world. Happy New Year. It is the first day of January 2020, and we have a clear vision, that is to save the world from evil. Nothing less than that. 37 live viewers and climbing. When we hit 100 live viewers, I'm going to give away a set of Save the World tags to someone who wants to join us. So happy, so humbled, so joyful, so grateful to have more than 1,200 warriors working with me worldwide on every single continent to destroy this evil system that is enslaving humanity. And Elizabeth there said, yes, I have heard that they want all people just stuffed in cities and most land is taken over. Lies and lies from them. The fires are a way to have everyone leave behind these vast lands for them to do as they please, more control, etc. You're 100% correct. Neil Nooney says, g'day, Happy New Year. Likewise, brother. And it's great to see Save the World Warrior 344, Snow Queen from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, USA. She said, Happy New Year, Joe and Warriors. Right back at you. And Miranda said, it's still New Year's Eve in Southeast Texas, USA. Welcome to the future. I'll tell you what, our future is so bright, we got to wear shades because we are bringing these evil people down. Shelley asks, are you safe from the fires? I am safe. It's crazy though. The fires were like 5 kilometers, less than 5 miles away from here. This exact location, my place, yesterday, in the neighbouring suburb of Greystanes. I'm here in Marylands in Western Sydney, and had to call my friend who lives in Greystanes and said, wow, did you hear the fires are like right near your place? But thankfully, they were all right. Crazy stuff going on everywhere. They are literally murdering the people with these fires. They are literally murdering the people with so many weapons, attacking us with invisible weapons that we can't see or smell or touch, but they are destroying our health nonetheless. That's why focusing on being as healthy, as strong as possible is the most important thing. Welcome, Desiree. Welcome, Bianca. Dusty Sunset, 68. Save the World Warrior, 832. From Nambour, in fact, from Caloundra, Queensland, Australia. Much love to you, brother. He said, good morning all, peace and love to all. Here's to a happy and prosperous new year. Much love to all. Right back at you, brother. And Sleepy said, I just sent my post to the group chat and my friend is about to swing through to look at my blueprints for my greenhouse and try to figure it out with materials and costs for it. Excellent work, Sleepy. See if you can go scrounging, and if you have your friend with you, see if you can go on local listings, I don't know, like Craigslist or whatever you have in the United States, to see people giving away building materials, because people are giving this stuff away like it's going out of fashion, at least here in Australia. Wonderful to see Lizard King, Save the World Warrior 869 from Horndean, Waterlooville, England. And Save the World Warrior 1166, Sensational from Washington, Arkansas, USA. It is sensational to see you. She said, hi General, much love, right back at you. And Sleepy said, true, that's a good idea. Definitely, man. And you got your friend who's going to have your back, so no one's going to try and mess with you when you try and get some building materials from them. And Lizard King said, hey Joe, one love to us all. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Right back at you, brother. Here's what's happening in Australia. Thousands of Australians flee to the beaches as wildfires rage. And it's just so insane to see these pictures and videos coming out of these bushfire affected areas. It's like someone put a red filter. It's like someone put red cellophane over the camera lens because it's just completely red. And the fires are once again being fueled by the aluminium, the barium, the strontium that they have been spraying on us for decades through these chemtrails. Thousands of Australians fled their homes on New Year's Eve, taking refuge on beaches from raging wildfires that turned the sky bright red, destroyed houses and businesses, and caused deaths in the country's most populous states. The devastating fires, fed by intense heat and winds and the controlled weather that the government has been manipulating for decades, pushing the rain out to sea, not allowing any rainfall on the land, using the water, siphoning off the water for fracking, for mining, for private use when the water belongs to the people, totally creating these drought conditions and once again bombarding us daily for decades with these stinking chemicals, aluminium, barium, strontium, sparkler dust, spraying us with fireworks, literally. That's why everything is going up so ferociously. The devastating fires, fed by intense heat and winds, rampaged across Australia's southeastern states of New South Wales and Victoria, heading into the new year, turning coastal towns into dangerous traps and forcing residents to the ocean side. At 3 a.m. local time, just a few hours ago, there were 112 fires burning across New South Wales, with several large and dangerous fires continuing to burn on the southern coast, according to the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. More than 2,500 firefighters were combating the fires, according to the fire service. Victorian State Premier Daniel Andrews requested assistance from 70 firefighters from the US and Canada, while Australia's military sent air and sea reinforcements. What an absolute disgrace. Sending in the military, martial law basically, forcing people to evacuate from their homes, acclimatizing the people to living under military rule. Officials said all telecommunications, including cell phone coverage, would be lost overnight on the New South Wales south coast between the towns of Nowra and Moroya, and that hospitals would be among the impacted facilities. And Super Salamander Save the World Sergeant 1041, leading Salamander Squad out of Salamander Bay, New South Wales, Australia. Much love to you. I hope you are all right with the fires up your way. She said, "Hey Joe and Warriors, much love to everyone. Right back at you." And Dusty Sunset 68 said, "I could just cry watching Australia being destroyed by our government. The cull is well and truly on." I hear what you're saying, brother, but this is no time for tears. This is a time for action. This is a time to put our foot on the gas and continue our exposure of this evil system and how they are deliberately poisoning the people, deliberately fueling these fires, deliberately murdering the people, deliberately causing a genocide here in the land down under. Villain Girl 76 replying to Dusty Sunset 68 said, "I'm heartbroken, brother. So incredibly sad and infuriating. I hear exactly what you're saying and I agree with you, but we have to turn that sadness and anger into positive action. We have to transmute all of that rage that we have about our brothers and sisters being straight up murdered by the government, and turn that into positive action to expose them, to defeat them, because it's on us. For real. The cull is on, like you said, my man. They are escalating, and they are not mucking around. They want to kill more than 90% of the people that live on the earth before 2030. The massive blazes have already destroyed more than 10 million acres of bush. 10 million acres of bush. And 1,000 homes after the devastating fire season began early this year in September. Record-breaking heat, windy conditions, and ongoing drought have exacerbated the blazes this annual fire season, a combination that environmentalists say has been exacerbated by climate change. That makes me so furious. People buying into this climate change garbage. These fires are engineered. They are deliberately spread by the government to murder the people, and then climate change is used as an excuse. They want to show Australia as an example of what happens when the government doesn't care about climate change, and they are using this to further push their agenda to destroy the people with Agenda 2030, to get them out of the rural areas and into the smart cities for total surveillance. Super Salamander said, "Yes, I'm safe here, thank you." She said, "That's a massive area from Nowra to Bateman's Bay." Yeah, you're definitely correct. I love it down there. I used to DJ all the time in Ulladulla. Ellen said, "It's our corrupt, crazy, religious government. Dissolve our government. I'll tell you what, we are here to beat the Illuminati, break the New World Order, bring down the world government, and save the world from evil. Nothing less than that. Hey, listen, the government are murdering you and your family. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you are the resistance. This is no joke. This is no movie. This isn't a video game. This is your life, and it's ending 1 second at a time. Do you have children? Do you have people around you that you care about? The government is straight up poisoning and murdering us all. We are doing our best to raise awareness. We are doing our best to help each other and to show solidarity with each other, to prepare, love, fight. That's how we will save the world." Thank you for sharing the video. And you're exactly right, local trucker. It's a climate change hoax. Australia recorded its hottest day on record in mid-December, and there are other articles talking about how these hottest day records are in fact fabricated. This is a mainstream media piece of trash article from NBCnews.com. Australia recorded its hottest day on record in mid-December, beating a record set just the day before. This comes after Australia's Bureau of Meteorology declared spring 2019 to be the driest on record. And I'll tell you what, it is drier than a nun's sense of humour here in Australia. New South Wales Rural Fire Service Commissioner Shane Fitzsimmons told the Sydney Morning Herald it was absolutely the worst bushfire season on record. What we really need is meaningful rain, and we haven't got anything in the forecast at the moment that says we're going to get drought-breaking or fire-quenching rainfall. They are pushing the rain off the mainland into the ocean, purposefully engineering the weather, engineering the climate, creating these drought conditions so they can easily kill the people. Kelly McKee said, "Facts. The government are killing us. Fact. We are fighting back. Fact. We are going to win. Double fact." Tabasco Tammy, Save the World Sergeant number 5, leading Omega Squad out of Holiday Island, Arkansas, USA. Much love to you. Shelley asked, "Are you close to the fires at all? Be safe." Yesterday, I found out there were pretty close in Greystanes, about 5 kilometres from here. I'm in Marylands, here in Sydney, but all good here. Thank you, Shelley. Villain Girl 76 said, of course, it's dry. Engineered to be all part of their sadistic plan. Exactly right. Super Salamander said, my children are awake. You have to speak the truth to them. None of this wishy-washy rubbish. Exactly. We got to be strong. We got to be stoic. We got to be resolute. And more than ever, we have to stand up for what we believe in and expose the incredible tyranny and horrendous crimes of the government to our brothers and sisters. It's up to us to save the world. No one else is going to do it for us. And thank you all for sharing the video once again. Kevin said there are too few of us. They will take us out like nothing. The rest don't believe anything is happening. Bro, fix your attitude, man. We're still here. We're still breathing. They haven't killed us yet. And while there's life, there's hope. And rebellions are built on hope, my brother. They haven't killed us all yet. We still have fight left in us. We still have oxygen in our lungs, even though we have so much smoke that we're breathing here. We are still in this fight, my man. It's not over till it's over. We will win this thing. Yes, they are close, Miranda. Carol said, hey everyone, 2020 will certainly be interesting. Yes, it's most definitely the most interesting time you could possibly hope to be alive. She said she has a Facebook friend in Australia. She's very worried and knows nothing of chemtrails. Elizabeth said the so-called world leaders don't give a hoot. They are denying everything. Of course, they're the ones who are working to enslave and murder us all. But we are bringing them down. Miranda said several. Carol said, where are they going to take these people? The New World Disorder. No joke at all. And it's great to see Cynthia Smoilus, Save the World Sergeant 403, leading scintillating squad out of Naples, Florida, USA. Feliz Nuevo Año. CC. Elizabeth Huss, welcome. She said, hi, everybody. Local trucker said it's the depopulation agenda at work. We need to stop the 1% and continue to wake others up to what is happening before it's too late. Sheep tell me to shut up and I will never shut up. You can't button it when you know the truth. Exactly, my man. We have the guts, the intestinal fortitude to continue spreading the truth, because it is the truth that will set us free. Dusty Sunset 68 said, let's not forget all the innocent animals who suffered a horrible death from these fires, as if they haven't suffered enough from years of drought. Exactly, bro. I'm going to talk about the 500 million animals, that's 500 million animals lost in the Australian bushfires. I don't know how they came up with that number, but it's a lot of animals that have been killed as well. Elizabeth said, exactly, our light is bright and strong. Most definitely it is. Villain Girl 76 said, that attitude will kill you, Kevin. Wake up. Exactly. We have the power to save the world from evil, and we have to do it together. Local trucker said, I will fight till the day I die. 8 grandchildren I will fight for, too, and I will teach them about what's going on. Exactly, my man. We have to do it for ourselves, our families, for the future generations. Great to see Save the World Warrior 735 Gandalf from Broken Hill, New South Wales, Australia. How are you, brother? What's the fire situation where you are? Elizabeth said, I have 2 kids to show them how to live and be stronger. My plan is to go to Oz. I don't know if this is the best place to be right now, but wherever you are, all over the world, I want to send you all the love and positive energy that I can muster. Just know that you're not alone, that there are millions of people worldwide who can see what's going on, and we are coming together. I'm doing my best to bring the people together and smash this sick, satanic system that is enslaving us all. And Elias said, stay strong, warriors. Most definitely, my brother. We grow stronger by the second. Thank you for sharing the video wherever you are. In Malakuta, in the state of Victoria, about 4,000 people swarmed to the beach to escape the fires, according to authorities. An image released showed people taking shelter offshore on a boat near Malakuta, covering their mouths as they are surrounded by orange sky. The community right now is under threat, but we will hold our line and they will be saved and protected. Steve Warrington, Chief Officer at Victorian Country Fire Authority, said Tuesday. And it goes on and on. On Monday, a volunteer firefighter died when his truck was overturned in a rare fire phenomenon known as a fire tornado, authorities said. Cyclonic winds lifted the truck, which weighs between 10 and 13 tons, and flipped it onto its roof, trapping the people inside and killing firefighter Samuel McPaul. 3 others were also injured. Fire tornado, having the power to flip a 10-ton fire truck. That doesn't make sense to me. McPaul is survived by his wife, who's pregnant with their first child. He was due to become a father in May, officials said. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison expressed condolences to McPaul's family, calling his death absolutely heartbreaking. What a piece of trash this guy is. He knows what's going on. Purposefully fueling the fires with these chemtrails, purposefully taking funding away from the firefighters, purposefully not allowing people to backburn and defend their homes. Elias said the people are rising all over the world. Most definitely, brother. He goes on to say we must resist and disobey. This is our world, not the elites. Definitely, bro. It's time to delete the elite. And of course, using peaceful methods. Gandalf said, hey Joe, hey warriors, hope you are all safe. I'm okay, but plenty of toxic smoke around. Same thing here in Sydney, my man. It is just so thick. 500 million animals. That's 500 million animals lost in Australian bushfires in 2019. And once again, I'm doing my best, just like you, to wake the people, because the government are murdering us all. Thank you all for sharing the video wherever you can. Especially thank you for starting watch parties, because that is one of the best ways for us to reach people, through all the crazy censorship. $500 million animals lost in Australian bushfires in 2019. I'm going to have some fluoride-free water. I want to propose a toast. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. Cheers to your health. Cheers to victory. And cheers to the Save the World Army. We will be victorious. Oh yeah. Excuse me. The true scope of the disaster is emerging, with ecologists reporting a heartbreaking mass loss of animals. Here in Sydney, the true cost of the bushfires on the Australian environment and ecology is only just coming to light. Ecologists from the University of Sydney now estimate some 480 million mammals, birds and reptiles have been lost by the devastating fires in 2019. There are now fears entire species of animals and plant life may be lost forever, with scientists moving to understand the full scope of destruction. The estimates include some 8,000 koalas lost in the flames. About 30% of the entire koala population of New South Wales' mid-north coast region has perished. There were only 28,000 koalas in the entire region before the fires began. The mortality rate of koalas from these fires has been particularly high. According to Mark Graham, an ecologist with the Nature Conservation Council, koalas have no capacity to move fast enough to get away from fires that spread from treetop to treetop. Man. The fires have burnt so hot and so fast, once again, because of the aluminium, barium, strontium that they have been spraying on us for decades. And this is the point that I'm going to hammer more than anything this year. And I'd like you to join me, especially you warriors in Australia. Wake your friends and your family up. They know already that you've been talking about the chemtrails for years, in some cases for decades. So there's a track record of you talking about these chemtrails. You can show them the analyses of water samples and soil samples around the world showing the massively elevated levels of aluminium, barium, and strontium. You can also show them how aluminium, barium, and strontium are the main ingredients in fireworks, in sparklers. They have been spraying us with sparkler dust for decades, and I'll tell you what, if anyone's got any intelligence left, one iota, one scintilla of common sense, they're going to put two and two together. And they're going to see that these fires are burning so hot and so fast because we are being sprayed with flammable, combustible, incendiary materials, and it's been happening for decades. And the liar said, "Cheers to you, comrade." And it's wonderful to see Save the World warrior 326 Twisted Sister from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada. And to quote Twisted Sister, maybe even Twisted Sister, "We're not going to take it. No, we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore." She said it's still December 31st here in Canada. It's 7:49 a.m. here in Sydney on the first day of 2020. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year. And Dusty Sunset 68 makes a great point. Millions spent on fireworks in capital cities around Australia, but essential firefighting equipment for our volunteer firefighters isn't a priority. It's like entertaining the masses while Rome burns. Exactly right, my man. And I'm going to talk as well about how in Adelaide, the New Year's Eve fireworks actually started a fire. Man, we didn't start the fire. It was always burning, and the world's not turning. And thank you all once again for sharing the video wherever possible. Where local trucker is in Brantford, Ontario, Canada, he said it's 3:50 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Raina said it's so sad. Yes, but we have to turn it around. We have to do whatever we can to expose this evil system, continue to speak the truth, because the truth shall set us free. And there are so many comments here. Carol said it's no joke at all. Cynthia said happy 2020, my dear friend from the future, for a new decade of freedom and success. Much love to you and your family. Right back at you. Much love to the whole of Scintillating Squad. Carol said my friend lives in Mackay, Australia. She says it's a cesspool up there. I DJ'd once in Mackay up in North Queensland. I didn't think it was really a cesspool. But we are under a slavery system. Miranda said a Facebook friend keeps having difficulty breathing and reactions from the smoke. Is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. I got some P2 masks. For my family. And I got this respirator as well. This is pretty hardcore. And I had to wear this the other day riding my bicycle to jiu-jitsu because it was so smoky. Man, I think you guys know I got hit by a car a couple of days ago cycling to jiu-jitsu. Lucky to be alive because the car, I was going on the footpath, came out of a driveway. The car knocked me onto the highway. Just so lucky there was no truck or vehicle coming down the road at that time. Man, life is precious. We don't know how much time we got, so we got to use every second that we have to save the world from evil. Welcome to Rochelle. Sylvia said, I love you. I'm so glad you were out there for us. Much love to you. We are all in this together. And Cynthia said, Feliz año nuevo para usted, mi amigo. Muchas gracias. And Miranda said, wondered how they figured the numbers too. And Sylvia asked, how do you get a number? If you do want to join the Save the World Army, I'm going to put the link in the comments section. If you want to get your tags, it's paypal.me/the Save the World Army /20 USD. That includes shipping for your tags worldwide. Please include a note on the transfer with your address and code name. Please make your code name 15 characters or less so it fits on the tags. Your tags say the Save the World.Army. I am the General, Smoking Joe McHale, Save the World Warrior 1, and I'm part of Strangle Squad. And the second tag says, good vibes save lives, and the power of love will save the world. I'm so happy to have more than 1,200 warriors once again working together worldwide to bring this satanic slavery system down. And if you want to join us, you can hit the link in the comments section once again. And there are lots of comments, so thank you for bearing with me. Welcome to Linda. John Blau said it's a fumigation nation. It most definitely is, brother. Sylvia said that's so sad. It's a sad, sad situation. But we have to turn it around and use that energy for positive action to expose this system. Carol said Happy New Year. Thank you. Bella said peace and love all across the globe. Much love, Bella. Neil said here in America, we've had fires in California, drought, floods, and mosquito infestations in all of our produce growing states. They spray for the mosquitoes, heavily damaging the honeybee populations. Along with all this, aluminium is dispersed through the air and our food production is hampered severely. Crops are failing. Supposedly a recession looms worldwide. I'll tell you what, the Greater Depression is looming worldwide. And they've got 20% battery left. I wonder if all these events will culminate to tip the scales into the globalists' hands. Under control is where they want us. They've bought up all the water rights. They are producing GMO crops tolerant to aluminium and drought. Makes me wonder what they're planning next. All of these weapons are being used in synergy to murder us all. That's why it's so important for us, once again, to put our foot on the gas and go harder than ever before, using all peaceful methods at our disposal to expose these satanic scumbags. John Blau said everyone here has cancer, all by design as well. Cynthia said that is so right, and I said it many times before when we were burning here in the Everglades and in California. John Blau said chemtrails, RF plumes, toxic water, blockchain AI, virtual disorder. It goes on, my man. Neil said, be safe, everyone. You too, brother. Much love to everybody who can hear the sound of my voice. Just know that, once again, you are not alone. There are people out there who do care, and we are all fighting back together to set humanity free. Proverbs 27:17, Save the World Warrior 23 from Orlando, Florida, USA. Great to see you, brother. He said, Happy New Year, brother. Same to you, my man. Kelly said, grateful you're safe. I am too. Thank you. Eric said, Happy New Year, General. Let's all hope it's a wake-up year for folks most around. Let's spread the word. Keep it up. Most definitely, my man. We are growing stronger by the second. And Lisa said, I'm curious. How does God play a role in this? Who knows? I don't know, man. I don't know what happens, after you die. I don't know what the deal is with cosmology and if there's a God or what the deal is. All I know is that there are very evil people who are poisoning and enslaving the human race, and it's up to us to fight back. The fires have burnt so hot and so fast that there has been significant mortality of animals in the trees, but there is such a big area now that is still on fire and still burning that we will probably never find the bodies, Mr. Graham told a New South Wales parliamentary inquiry earlier this month. The fires across much of New South Wales, as well as southeast Queensland and parts of South Australia, have burned an area the size of Belgium in just a few months. Large areas of bushland surrounding Sydney, including beloved national parks and areas containing rare and endangered species, have also been lost. In the Blue Mountains, just a couple of hours west of here, 50% of heritage reserves have been lost in November and December alone. The UNESCO World Heritage listed region is home to highly endangered species, including a shrub called the Kaumung Hakea, a lizard known as the Blue Mountains water skink, the Wallamai pine, a living fossil discovered in 1994. Ancient forests lost. 48% of the iconic Gondwana reserves, which include rainforests that have existed since the time of the dinosaurs, have now burned. The Royal Botanic Gardens in Sydney estimate that in some areas up to 30 rare plant species and 30 rare animal species may have been lost. Many of these trees have thin bark that does not provide protection against fire, especially when they're coated and soaked trunk to leaves to roots with aluminium. Even species that have previously survived in bushfire season are now under threat. Animals and insects that exist in wetlands are exposed to burning bush thanks to the long drought in Australia. And the wetlands are drying up as well because of all of this chemtrail evil that is being perpetuated against the people. And here's the key. I'm saying that climate change is a farce, but the Australian government is doing something similar. They are setting themselves up as the dummies, as the fall guys. While bushfires have always been part of the Australian environment, it's clear climate change is making things far worse. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has consistently said there was no credible scientific evidence linking climate change with the fires. This has been rejected by climate scientists who have said politicians are burying their heads in the sand while the world is literally burning around them. Be aware of what's going on here. You know how this dummy, Scott Morrison, the Prime Minister of Australia, was on a holiday in Hawaii while the country was burning so ferociously? You think he's really that dumb? Do you really think anyone is that stupid? No. It was set up by design to paint Australia as a country whose political leaders don't care about climate change. The government are looking to commit genocide on the people of this country, and then the world media and the world governments are going to use Australia as an example and say, look, that's what happens when you don't follow the program with climate change. That's what happens when you don't enact laws controlling every aspect of people's lives. That's what happens. Look what happened to the people of Australia. Half of them are dead and the whole country is burnt out. It is so deep and complex, the level of deception that we are facing. And I thank you all so much for your incredible work every day to expose this evil and to break it down together. Elizabeth said light and good vibes override dark and evil. Definitely. Welcome, Linda. Taya said maybe the fires were set because those animals all felt ill from the sparkler dust, so they're trying to cover it up. I'm sure that's part of it as well. Elizabeth said, who knows if we are playing out find me 5 good men and I will save them type of biblical story. We are the authors of our own story right now, and we have the power to change the world. We do have the power to save the world from evil. Eric said, heard all your water has been dammed up, all the land's dry, spraying the air with toxic flammable materials. Nice. Over a fire, they are clever. Yeah, they had the most people fooled, but we can see what's going on. And they want to bring about the police state. Victoria calls for the Australian Defence Force to help with 4 people missing in the state's fires. Once again, they want to use the military to forcibly evacuate people from their homes and to accustomize the people to having the army on the street and having to live under military law, martial law. Military personnel look set to be deployed to Victoria's bushfire crisis after Prime Minister Scott Morrison confirmed on Tuesday that the ADF was working with the state's Country Fire Authority. What an absolute disgrace. And all over the world, they're going to be bringing about more and more fake events, more and more disasters that they have engineered in order to bring about military rule and further control the people. And of course, the fireworks in Adelaide, in Australia, caused a fire. Adelaide's 9 p.m. fireworks spark blaze on the riverbank. South Australian firefighters have been forced to respond to a blaze reportedly caused by the 9 p.m. fireworks in Adelaide. Adelaide reporter Emily Burley said a pontoon on the Torrens riverbank had become well alight following a spectacular fireworks display. Once again, millions of dollars being used to fuel these fires. Millions of dollars being used to celebrate New Year's Eve, to distract the people from what's going on. And everyone's like, oh yeah, the fireworks. Like a bunch of children They are treating us like dummies, and most people have been dumbed down into docile dipsticks. It's up to us who still have discernment to save the world from evil. Welcome to Karen, and thank you for that video link you posted. And this is their plan. This is from a mainstream news source here in Australia, news.com.au. It is a smart cities plan. These fires are being purposefully pushed to burn the people out of the bush and stack them in cities like sardines. 5 new cities and a high-speed rail network are a step closer, just like in California, where the fires burned along the path of the proposed new high-speed rail network. An ambitious private group is looking to build 5 new cities and a high-speed rail network, which it hopes will transform Australia. A utopian vision of Australia. Oh, it's utopia. Wow. Smart cities. Just, hey, get the microchip. 5G radiating you everywhere. Smart cars running people over. Utopia, bro. A utopian vision of Australia adding new cities and a high-speed rail network is a step closer. Private group Clara wants to build 3 cities between Canberra and Sydney along the rail link with a combined cost of $75 billion. The journey between the 2 capitals could take just 48 minutes, and the trains will be travelling at speeds of up to 430 kilometers an hour, unless you get locked out of the train system like in China. If you have a low social credit score, you're going to be banned and you're going to be on foot. A further 2 cities are planned along a Melbourne and Greater Shepparton route, costing around $51 billion with a 35-minute rail link. It is Agenda 2030, and they want to kill more than 90% of the people that live on this earth before 2030. It's up to us to stop them, and we will stop them. We will set humanity free. Eric said, Norwegian News said today Australia doesn't take climate change seriously, just like you said. Case in point, this guy is in Norway, and they're saying, oh, the Australian government, they don't take climate change seriously. Look at what happened. The whole country's on fire. That's exactly what's going on here in Australia. They're purposefully going to allow these fires to burn and escalate and kill a lot of people, so Australia can be painted as the dunce, the stupid nation whose political puppets didn't do enough to combat climate change. This is going to be used to push carbon taxes, taxes for breathing, taxes for everything, greater control all over the world. Elizabeth said, thanks for bringing all the truth of the Australian fires to light. We don't even acknowledge that this is going on in the USA. Thank you all, and thank you all for sharing the video. Even after we end the live stream, so many thousands of people can watch the videos afterwards, so thank you for sharing wherever possible. I'm doing my best to get the information out. Villain Girl 76 said, I'm a bit gobsmacked that they didn't cancel all the fireworks displays with all the fires already raging. Guess it just helps further their agenda. Exactly right, in several ways. Elizabeth said, right, one story I heard was 4 boys started one fire with firecrackers not too long ago. Yeah, they want to blame children, they want to blame lightning strikes when they're the ones who've been spraying us with aluminium for decades. Andrea said, Happy New Year, brothers and sisters. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. I wish you all the best of everything in this coming year. Thank you very much. Right back at you. And Villain Girl 76 said, yes, I read that too. Much love to you all. I am Save the World Warrior number 1, General of the Save the World Army, Smokin' Joe McHale. And Together, we are beating the Illuminati, breaking the new world order, bringing down the world government, and saving the world from evil. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the right time we will reap a harvest if we never give up. And everyone knows that us Save the World warriors never, ever, ever give up. Great to see Mother of Love, Save the World Warrior 993 from Taparoo, South Australia. I want to wish you all a happy new year. It is the first day of January. The year is 2020 and we are beating the Illuminati, breaking the new world order, bringing down the world government and saving the world from evil. In this new year, in this new decade, I want to send you all the love and care and strength that I can. It's up to you, for real. No joke. We've been doing this for a long time. More and more people are waking up to what the government are doing. We have to continue. We have to go harder than ever before. Let me tell you, we're going to win because we have the power of love on our side. Thank you so much for following us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to get your Save the World Army threads, you can go to the savetheworldarmy.threadless.com. If you want to join us and get your tags, I'll put the link in the comments section. Also, if you want to support me, you can go to paypal.me/thesavetheworldarmy. And I really appreciate all that support. John Barton says, "Hey Joe, are there flying cars in the future?" I suppose they already got flying cars. They're going to have lots of robot cars in the future. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have a whole lot of flying freedom in the future, my man. Our future is so bright, we got to wear shades. For real. Keep your heads up, warriors. Keep your heads up. Keep doing the right thing. Keep striving every day. Keep improving your discipline every day, because taking care of your own body and your own health is the most important thing in a world where the enemy is doing their best to destroy our health. And Taya said, yes, it's a Tesla, lol. And Tony McCurdy said, Happy New Year, man. Glad you're okay. Happy New Year to everyone out there living for truth and life. And John Barton said, T-minus 11 hours here till 2020. Much love to you all. And I wish you all the best. I wish you love and peace and happiness and freedom in this new decade. We don't have much time left, but we are going to get there together. We will be victorious. Happy New Year. My brothers and sisters, have no fear. The Save the World Army is here. Always remember, good vibes save lives, and the power of love will save the world. Villain Girl 76 said, have a beautiful day, my loves. Be safe, stay strong, keep spreading truth. 2020 is upon us. The time is now. We must double and triple our efforts. We will be victorious, and the power of love will save the world. Peace and good vibes. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I feel the same way. Much love to you all. We will be victorious for the new year. My brothers and sisters, have no fear. The Save the World Army is here. Good vibes save lives, and the power of love will save the world. Oh.